Live. There we go. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Looks like video's working, audio's working. So welcome to the Mad Society live Q&A, hangout, mastermind, and fun time for February 2019. We're already 2 months done with 2019. It's unbelievable, man. Think about this. Christmas is in 10 months. And it is unbelievable to think that the months are going by this quick. Anyway, I hope you're on the ball. I hope you're working, and I hope things are working well. So welcome. Glad you're here. If you're live, thanks for tuning in. I see you guys in the chat room. If you're watching a playback, greetings from the past, and here's to a happy future for all of us. Now, what I usually like to do is just vamp for about 5 minutes to wait for everyone to get into the room. And as they come in, we will get into the actual questions and answers. Couple of things, let's just talk about some forum business. We have some new partners, what's up, Marcel? We have some new partners that have come into the forum lately. Farther back, we had MGID. They came in. They're with us now. We have the Optimizer, which is a killer automation platform for native ads. On most networks, you can use them to auto bid for you based on EPC. It can create ads. It can do all kinds of stuff. It can day part. It can pause. It can turn campaigns on. It can pause bad widgets for you. It can pause bad placements for you, so you don't have to manually do all the work. And we have some other interesting partners coming in. Volume has been posting about their DSP platform, which is an internal ad platform in the Volume tracking system. The trick there is you don't have to pay for the tracker if you're using their DSP traffic network. So that's kind of an interesting and free way to get to use Volume. We've been talking in direct messages and things about some new things they want to offer the community. So I'm looking forward to that. You guys are going to love that. So we've got Volume, MGID, the Optimizer, tons of different partners kicking in recently. We may or may not have some of them in on one of these live streams in the near future, so stay tuned for that. And let's see. Looks like we've got some people rolling in. Let's see if they can see and hear. Can you see and hear me? If you can, say yes. If you can, say yes. Let's see. Straight up 2 o'clock. Go. Thank you, D. Mr. Fenestrator. Marcel, 7 to 5. Cool. Everybody can hear and see. So let's get into these questions, man. We got some good ones this month. And can't wait to answer them for you guys. Get a little shot of water. Loosen up the old pipes and let's get into it. Let's see what you guys had to say this month, and I'll give you the best response I can. Again, I don't know any other platform in the industry that does this every month. It's a good time. Very unique that we do it here, and let's get into it. First 3 questions come from Chili. What's up, Chillum? Has some specific ideas he wants to know about COD offers, which are cash on delivery offers, which usually are in super national countries, don't accept a lot of credit cards. So they can actually order the thing online and they go pick it up, I believe, and pay with cash. So for COD offers, does landing page affect approval rate? I have an offer that had great approval rate and conversion. So with COD offers, I believe there are 2 metrics. There's the conversion, where someone agrees that they will come down to this location and pay cash for whatever the item is. And then the second metric is the approval rate, where they actually come down and pay the money, or they are approved, their payment is approved in some other way. So he's got it used to have great approval rates as well as conversions. All of a sudden, the approval rate dropped but the conversion stayed the same. So everyone's still saying they'll buy the product, but less people are actually going and paying for the product. Do you think the advertiser could be shaving to make everyone have around the same approval? Okay. First of all, probably not. The advertiser might be shaving, and that is something that it's always a risk that can be happening. Because if you're the advertiser, it's free money. You can just say, I'm going to take 20% of the sales from everyone this week and make an extra 20%. But I would not think that everyone thinks when your conversion rate drops, it's the advertiser shaving me. It's probably something to do with either their payment process or some other problem with their back end. And they may be shaving, but I don't think it has anything to do with your landing page. That's your question. For COD, for cash on delivery offers, do landing pages affect approval rates? No. They affect conversion rates, meaning you make a quote unquote conversion online, but all that is on COD is that they're agreeing to pay later. Is it going to have anything to do with that? Are they shaving? I don't have any clue. What I would say is kind of hang with it. If it's only been a day or two that it's not working for you, give it a week and ask your affiliate manager and see if they can find out anything. If nothing else, they can find out if everyone else is having the same problem you're having. If they are, then it might be time to move to another offer. Question number 2. How many ads do you typically have in an MGID campaign? Somewhere between 10 and 20. Number 3. Oh, wait. And when you test new ads, do you bid the same as your existing ads? Yes. Number 3, do you try or should you try to make every ad in a campaign profitable? No, never. The process of running a campaign and uploading ads is you are going to fail on 19 out of 20 shots or 8 out of 10 tries. Like most of your ads aren't going to work. When an ad proves that it sucks, that's great news for you because you can pause it, delete it, forget it ever happened, and find another one. I would never try to make every ad in a campaign profitable. In fact, the majority of my ads are not profitable. Next question. Mr. Boss, what's up, man? Launching a campaign on the Volume DSP, which we just talked about, to try out their auto optimization. What's been the feedback you've heard so far? Okay, that's one thing I forgot to mention when I talked about Volume DSP, is that they just came out with a new functionality that is an auto optimizer, which in theory will and in practice will change your bids, raise them or lower them, cut placements, cut ads, do all these things for you to optimize the campaign into your profitability goal, which would be whatever your CPA goal is. If you're being paid $50 per sale, maybe your CPA goal is $25. And so they would try to auto optimize your campaign with no help from you to bring it into profitability. They just posted in the forum a case study where it shows how it did it successfully. The auto optimized campaign became super profitable and the manual campaign lost a bunch of money. So your question is, you want to try it. What's the feedback I've heard so far? Well, I've heard some good things, but there are no guarantees. I've been talking to Volume, like I said, outside of the forum, and they have shown me some pretty killer case studies that, to me, in my personal opinion, make it something that's absolutely worth looking into, and I'm going to be looking into it myself. I believe I posted that in the forum very soon. Because if even half of what they're saying is accurate, it's going to be worth a shot. Anytime there's an auto optimization feature, I want to try it. Might work, might not. The best thing to do is give it a try. I've heard good things. I haven't heard anyone say that it doesn't work yet, but I would probably attribute that to the fact that not a lot of people are talking about it yet, because the auto optimization feature is brand new to me. I didn't even know. I've never been a fan of Volume DSP, never used it. But recently, they're kind of making a case for it again. And so it's on my radar to test very soon. So the feedback I've heard is limited, but good. I've heard bad things in the past about DSP, but not with the auto optimizer. I think it's definitely worth a shot, Mike. I would definitely give it a shot. Moving right along. And let us know how it goes. If you get something popping, that's the fun thing about a forum. Of course, you don't have to give us your exact details, but just let us know if it's an option. And if you share that it works, it doesn't mean that everyone in the forum is going to become your competition. The truth is about 3 people will probably sign up and try it. And out of those 3, 0 to 1 will continue. So never be afraid to share results as much as you can without giving away the farm. Let's see. Bernamar, what's up, man? Got a couple of questions about worldwide scattershot campaigns. Quick explanation. Worldwide scattershot campaign is a fancy way to say bidding a penny and bidding in all countries in the world for an offer that accepts global traffic. Or it could be an offer that accepts, let's say, only 10 countries. But the goal is to bid very low, and very low to me is about a penny, and get a high ROI. Because if you're bidding pennies and you're making sales for $30 to $50 per sale, pretty good chance that you're going to find at least some countries and at least some states and cities within these countries that will convert well for you. We've been doing it for about a year, and we just applied the name Worldwide Scattershot Campaign to it because you are kind of just blasting the offer to all countries at a penny. If they get traffic and if it converts, you keep them. If it doesn't get traffic or if it doesn't convert, you remove them. So 2 questions about those type of campaigns. Should we maximize this is on Rev Content. Should we maximize a single topic's potential in Rev Content before introducing new topics, or launch a topic at a low bid and run it until it's stabilized, then add a new topic? Here's what I would say. I would probably stick with B. The point of the scattershot campaigns is you're not trying to get into the minute details and make every penny possible. It's supposed to be an easy, low bid, launch it, set it, forget it type of campaign. So I would say the more raising and lowering placements you're doing on a scattershot campaign is going against the grain of what I do. You can if you want, but to me, it's a waste of time. Again, these are simple little campaigns that either work or they don't. You're not supposed to put a lot of work into the tiny details. So what I would do is launch a topic at a low bid, like a penny or however low you can go, until it stabilizes, and then just add more traffic. Slowly increase the topic's placement bid amount accordingly. Again, you can do that if you want, but the point is not to put in a lot of effort. The point is to launch this, get it running, get it at incredible high ROI, max it out as hard as you can, move it to another network, and then move to another scattershot campaign. A scattershot campaign is very rarely going to be a high volume campaign. That's not the point. It's the opposite of that. It's because the truth is, with most super high volume campaigns, the ROI is lower. Like, you can be spending $100,000 a day on a campaign and making only 10% ROI, and you're still making 10 grand a day profit. On a scattershot campaign, the goal is to spend like $100 a day and make $1,000 in commissions, or 500 or whatever. So there's a big difference. But I think that is some good advice for you. So good luck with that, and thank you for your questions. We have been working with that, with this in private messages, and I've answered a lot of these questions. But our man Bernamar is a good guy, posted it in the Q&A so that everyone could hear a little insight into it as well. So yeah, let's move on to the next question. Moving right along. Next one is from Alex about listicles. Listicles are basically just landing pages that have a list of offers on them. And sometimes they're in the same verticals, many times they're not. Like some of them can be a seniors listicle, and it's offers for seniors, or it could be a weight loss listicle where it's all diet offers, or it could just be a listicle that has all kinds of money saving tips, or it could just be random 10 cool things you should try online, and they don't have to be associated at all. The only benefit of having a theme like seniors or weight loss or something like that is you can market it as 10 ways to 10 discount seniors can get that they forgot about. You know, it's good clickbait for the ads. But let's see what Alex's question is about tracking. Yeah, because it does get tracking, but because instead of promoting one offer, you know, if it converts, you get 1 pixel fire. In this, you might have 30 offers on the page. So how do you track the 30 different offers in a way that doesn't drive you crazy? And he said he's using volume and native networks. And he's created so many custom conversions for everything that it's getting messy. Offer 1, view content. Oh yeah, so here's what he's asking. On a lot of these gadgets and e-commerce type offers, GiddyUp, for example, will allow you to see a pixel fire if someone views their landing page that you send them to, if they click through to a shopping cart, if they add their shipping information, if they add their address. It can send you all this different data, and then it will ultimately send you one if they convert or not. So with, let's say, 25 offers on a page, the amount of custom pixel fires that you may be able to track could be into over 100. Even if it was, let's say there's just 10 offers on a page and you've got 5 custom, that's 50 different custom conversions. Wants to know how I do that. What is my tracking setup? And again, it's always the most simple metric possible. I track one pixel fire, and that is a conversion. I don't care about any of the other metrics, whether they add it to a checkout or whatever. If you are a coding person and a data reading person and you feel like keeping track of all that, because it can give you insight. If, like, for example, if you're sending people to a landing page and none of them are going to the checkout page, that means that you have confused them at some point. So between your landing page and the offer page, there's a disconnect. So knowing that no one is putting your item in the checkout can help you, but it's not necessary. All you should do right now is track conversions. If you get a sale, that's it. All the other custom pixels, take them off. Once you get the campaign working, if you want to add 1 more custom pixel, go for it. And once you have that under control, you might want to add 1 more. But I always try, my biggest piece of advice is always take it down to the least amount of variables possible, least amount of problems as possible. And in this case, that would be only thing you need to know is if you made a sale or not. Start there. And I will guarantee you this, if you follow my advice, you will sleep easier starting the first night that you make this change. Sometimes overwhelm can really be a problem in affiliate marketing because we all want to know every minute detail. But again, if you're not an experienced coding genius or an experienced data search artist and data reader from the stars, don't worry about it. Just track sales, get the campaign profitable. Remember, all those custom conversions are fun to have, but they are pointless if you're losing money. So just track sales, get profitable, and then if you want to get fancy with the custom conversions, go for it. I hope that helps. I know it will help if you do it. How much CPA do you spend on native placements before you cut? Seeing as there are so many variables and offers. Yeah, for listicles, what I'll do is come up with an average sale amount. So let's say there's 10 offers. They range from $5 per sale payout to me and $50 payout to me. I would take the number of sales that you made this week and then divide the number of, take the amount of revenue that you've made this week and divide it by the number of sales you have. And that's a good estimate of where you could cut a placement, either 1 or 2 times, whatever you choose. But just look for the average value of a conversion. Make that your metric. And some people do 1 time, some people do 2 times, some people do 3 times that amount. Up to you. But yeah, just get a general average. Next question's from Val. My man Val, who has been super helpful in the forum lately. Thank you, Val. It's 3 questions. 1, wants to know what I think about push traffic or email display traffic, i.e. displaying ads inside people's emails. He's hearing a lot of buzz about both traffic sources, and also, says Taboola, is starting to show push placements. And I would say this, display ads inside people's emails has been going on for 10 to 20 years. There was a period where I did it there was a certain placement inside of a major email system that would print money, and it would spend about $5,000 a day and make about 10. And it was the easiest money on earth. Unfortunately, they closed that placement and you can no longer get it. But I love advertising in people's emails. I used to run AdWords ads in Gmail, and that was very, very good. So if you can get it in there, there are also separate networks that have gigantic newsletters. They've built giant lists around, let's say, the survival niche, and they'll send out 2 million emails a month to people in that niche. You can buy a placement on their emails. Those can be highly lucrative as well. And you work with them directly, and you're not going through an ad network really. You're probably going to be in emails or on the phone with them to get on those newsletters. But as far as major email systems, you can access a lot of those through, I believe AdWords still allows you to advertise in Gmail, and many of the other email platforms do as well. Push traffic is huge right now. It is getting bigger all the time. I actually put a push notification thing on my own personal website and was shocked by how many people showed up to it. And if you don't know what push traffic is, it's when you go to any site right now. You go to any site, it says, can we send you updates? And if you say yes, what happens is they now have a direct connection to your computer. Anytime they want, it's supposed to be used for if you want to know when new information is posted to our site, it will give you a little push notification on either your phone or your computer. Affiliate marketers are using it in a genius way and putting it on their landing pages and saying, let's say that your affiliate landing page is greatfinancenews.com. And they come to read a page about credit reports and how to improve your credit score, and you link them to an offer. You would ask them, would you like to receive notifications from this website next time we have new content? If they say yes, you now have a direct traffic source, basically. And you can use your push notification system, whatever it is, to advertise to them. You can also go through push notification networks and do the same thing. It's a genius way to get more traffic. Very smart, and it's huge right now. One of the main reasons it's doing so well is because it's new. It's like anytime there's a new ad platform, it's big for about 4 months, 5 months, and then the affiliates go so hard that a lot of times they will just ban all affiliates after about 6 months. So my suggestion would be to jump on it quick, try some things out. If it works, great. If not, keep doing what you're doing. Number 2, is there a point in time where it would make sense to bypass affiliate networks and go direct with the advertiser, given the risk that the advertiser could stiff you? Here's what you just answered your own question. There is, I've done it a few times. What he's talking about is, let's say you're selling watches through Ads for Dough, and they're paying you $12 per sale. Well, you might be able to go to the watch owner and say, I want to work with you directly. And they'll say, you'll say, what can you pay me per sale? And they'll go, okay, we can give you $16 per sale. So instantaneously, your money goes up by, what is that, like 30%? So if you were breaking even, you're now at 30% positive ROI. Sounds fantastic, and it can be fantastic. And I've done it before, and I got paid. But a risk involved in that a lot of these advertisers, if something goes wrong and they come up short on money, or they lose their credit card processing ability through the bank, or if something goes wrong and they owe you $12,000, they may just not pay you. They may say, well, we took a big hit, so no one's getting paid and we're out of business, and you lose everything. If you're on a trustworthy affiliate network and you haven't broken any rules, like Ads for Dough will pay you the $12,000, take the loss, and sue or negotiate or work with the advertiser to figure out how to get at least some of the money back. But you again, as long as you haven't done anything non-compliant and shady, you will get paid. If you do something shady, they won't pay you. Meaning, if you're selling watches and you put up there that these watches will make you smarter every week, your IQ points guaranteed, the affiliate network is going to tell you to go to hell because you were breaking all the rules. So it's your own risk. What's your risk tolerance? Yeah, there's 30% more money in it for you, but you might lose everything. If you wanted to go direct and lower your risk, I would ask, you have options to ask for things like daily payments. Like, I want to be paid every day, or every time I get to $3,000 revenue, I want a check. I have to do that. And don't blame it on you. Like, I'm demanding this from you. Say my boss requires me to get a payment every $3,000. That's as much as we can leave floating. And you might be able to get some sort of a special payment arrangement. If you can get on daily payments or semi-regular daily payments, like every other day with a direct advertiser, your risk is very low. And then it's a good thing to do. But one of the benefits of the affiliate network, they do all the work for you. You talk to them on the phone. They set up the business relationship. They sign the contracts. They do all the accounting. They run all the tracking, because when you go direct with an advertiser, they may have a terrible tracking system, and you may not even be able to send sub-IDs or variables or anything to their system. If that's the case, it's going to suck. You can either just make it work with what they have, or you could set up your own installation of Cake or Has Offers or something like that and become your own internal affiliate network. Again, more money and more risk. The question, I guess, is the risk worth the reward? And a good way that you could test it, let's say you wanted to do it right now, you could run half your traffic direct and half your traffic to the affiliate network. That way, 50% of your money is protected and 50% is at risk. So you can try that as well. Number 3, thoughts on having guests, maybe even other super affiliates, so we can get, we've done it before. No guarantees, but we may do it again. I have a service that wants to work with us, and they have asked if they could be on a live call next time. So we might do that sooner than later. But as far as turning it into like a podcast with a guest, problem is a lot of super affiliates have no interest in doing any public anything. And to the quality ones wouldn't want to come on a camera. The people that want to do it are all of the kind of, how do you say, not as good, like not as real, because they are trying to boost their profile to maybe sell a class or something. So the people who would want to come in and be excited about it would just be looking for ways to make money and build their brand. And you don't need that. You don't need that. But I'll think about it. And like I said, we've done it once with an affiliate service. They came on and demoed their product maybe a year ago. And then once we had several of the affiliate members, some of our members from the forum were on the call with me, and we all took turns answering questions. So we may look into doing that again. If you guys want to nominate someone or have a request, you can post it in the thread. But again, we'll see how people's schedules work out and see if we can do that, but no promises. It's a good idea, though. Next question. Let's check the chat room, see what you guys are up to. All right, cool. Everyone's chatting along. This one's from Jordan. Has a specific campaign, I believe, which those are a bit harder. Let's see if we can dive into it. I have a one widget campaign that gives me more than 100% ROI every day for the last 30 days. First of all, good. That's great. My question is, does this mean that my creative and landing page and product are a winner? Well, it's a good sign. That's for sure. Is it a guarantee? No, because you're only on one widget, but you know that it's a proven winner on that one widget. Absolutely, for sure. I would guess it will do well for you in other places as well. Number two, because I run one proven widget only, I only get a few hundred clicks a day. What do you suggest the next step to do? Add one more widget. It goes very slow. You don't want to destroy what you have. You have a good, consistent, huge ROI. He's into the hundreds of % ROI. So what I would do is don't get crazy. Add one more widget that you think will work to the campaign. If you do that a few times and it either gets worse or doesn't change at all, you can start thinking and looking into running the same widget on different devices, the same widget in different countries, or setting up a blacklist targeting the topic, if this is Rev content, targeting the topic that your widget is currently in, your current widget is in. You can find out what topic your current widget is in by sending it to your rep, or there are even some tools. Adplexity was doing it for a while. You could put in the widget ID and it would display which topic it was in. So you could look into that. Do you recommend to create a blacklist campaign? You have a third option. So you got a few options, 2 options really. I would start by adding one new widget at a time to this campaign and see if you can slowly grow it in the whitelist. Again, because you have a good campaign. And if you launch a blacklist right now, you have to remember that there is a chance that it could not work. And a blacklist can spend $100 like that in an hour. So if your daily profits are less than $100, you'll break even that day, or you lose money that day. So I would start by adding one new widget at a time, maybe 2, whatever you can stand, because the more widgets you add at once, the more risks involved. But I would be excited about your campaign. If you have one widget that's rocking that hard, you just need to find 3 or 4 more, and you'll be rocking and rolling. So good luck with that. Hope that helps. And congrats on the killer widget. I love that. Sometimes the small campaigns are great when you can just spend a couple bucks. He's paying 20 cents a click. What's that? $660 a day. And making a couple hundred a day. It's pretty. I remember doing that in the very beginning. It was fun. That math may be incorrect. Don't quote me on that. I need a monster. We got our last question is from 22. What's up, 22? She has been with us for a few months and is rocking and rolling. Has a mastermind going on and is doing great. A great example of a great forum member. Couple of questions about her own campaigns as well. Let's see if I can tell. I believe this is Rev content. What is the best blacklist approach? Open highest converting topic and blacklist widgets you already have working? Or just run it as is? I don't understand. I'm going to read this verbatim and see if you guys can help me in the chat room. What is the best open high converting and blacklist widgets as well as the bad widgets in the past, so it looks for new widgets, or just run as is? Don't know what that means. 2, whitelist campaigns. From my main tier 1 whitelist with 2,000 widgets, I have 50 that have converted, and out of 50, 14 have 10 plus conversions. Would you recommend running a new campaign with 50 and 14 as a separate campaign with a competitive bid? Or is too many identical ads competing? Okay, so the second question I can answer. Again, sometimes the longer the question is, and the more personal it is, the harder it is to answer. So you have to forgive me. I'm trying my best to lock in on exactly what you're asking. But I believe the second question about whitelisting is you have a whitelist, and there are 14 widgets that have made 10 plus conversions. Should you put them into a new campaign? And the answer would be, if you want to. I would leave those 14 widgets in the main whitelist campaign. And if you wanted to set up a separate whitelist campaign with only those 14 widget IDs to see if you can make more money with it, I would try it, run it for a few days. You can either bid lower than the current campaign, or you can bid higher than the current campaign, or you can bid exactly the same, or you can bid a penny, higher, or a penny a little bit lower. I'd give it some sort of a difference. either in targeting or bidding, and just see if it makes you more money or less money at the end of the day. It'll take, maybe give it 3 days to make a decision, but that very well might work for you. But one thing I don't recommend anymore is taking, a lot of the times when you take hot whitelist and then pause them in the main whitelist, sometimes it falls apart. The only way to know is to find out. But I would give it a shot. Again, everything is a test it and find out is the best approach. I've done it many times, and I would say probably if I had to break down the numbers, it'd be 65% of the time it failed, 35% of the time it did really well. So definitely worth checking into. Let's go back to that first question and we'll see if I can. What is the best blacklist approach? Open highest converting topics and blacklist widgets you already have working for you. I don't understand the question. I would say that when I run a blacklist, okay, I think I know what you're saying. You're running a whitelist. Should you target the topic of the converting whitelist widgets? Yes. That's exactly what I would recommend. Find out where the majority, which topic the majority of your best widgets is in, and start by running a blacklist in that one topic. Optimize that and then repeat. If there's another topic, let's say out of your 14 widgets, 5 of them are in one topic. You would run a blacklist campaign in that one topic, optimize it until it's profitable or until it gets paused and turned off, and then repeat with the next 2 or 3. If you have 5 more widget IDs that are in a different topic, you can try that one. That's what I would do. Done that many times too. It's one of the coolest ways to scale, specifically on Rev content, is running a whitelist, finding the widgets in that whitelist that are uber super profitable, and then making a blacklist campaign that targets the same topic, that being that if these widgets in that topic are making you money, there might be more widgets in the same topic, because now we know that people who are put into that topic by Rev content are interested in your offer. So there's a very good chance that you could have a killer blacklist on that topic. And I believe that's what you're asking. Hope so. Hope I did a good job on that one for you. If not, you can post a follow-up in the thread, and either myself or someone else will gladly kick in and help you. Let's refresh the page, see if anyone threw any last-minute questions. Oh, here we go. She responded. Cool, here we go. I ran a blacklist, and it found basically the same widgets. So I'm asking if I should remove the ones I already have. I still don't understand. I ran a blacklist, and it found basically, oh, should you remove the one you already have? Well, depends. If the whitelist is making more money than the blacklist, keep the whitelist. If the blacklist is making a lot of money and the whitelist is not, go with the blacklist. Or if running them both together makes you more money at the end of the day, run them both. And that's it. Thanks for posting a follow-up question. That's cool. That was fast thinking. She must be on the ball here. And that's it. That's all the questions. I hope you guys got some useful information out of this Q&A. I know I did. Sometimes when you're talking about these things, it helps clear up the information in your own mind. So that's cool. Let me see if there's anything else we need to talk about. Anything else going on? Well, I guess no, there's really not. So I'm going to close out with this. Keep the faith, kids. And I say that because the end of last year, the last 2 months of the year, and the first 2 months of this year have been extremely good for me personally and for some of my friends that are in the business as well. But for the last 3 or 4 days, the same campaigns that I was running that was doing really good, November, December, January, February, are now losing money. So it's frustrating. What I'm going to do is probably stop all of the ads, come up with new angles, and kind of start the one at a time, start the campaigns over. Because normally when that happens, like I've had 4 good months with this angle, and in the beginning, the new angle was just killing it. It took off and went crazy, and it was a slow decline was doing really well, but it never was as good as the peak in the beginning. And now it's unprofitable. So it's frustrating and it hurts and it sucks, but it's time to pause the current ads and find a new angle. So that's what I'm doing. It happens all the time. And don't let it break your spirit. I know a lot of you guys, that happens sooner. Maybe it works for 99% of the time. The problem is, either something changed with the offer or something you can't control, or simply the ads. People are just tired of seeing your ads. They've all clicked them and they've moved on. Now they're clicking other things. So that's what I'm going to do. I suggest you do that as well if you run into the same problem. And as always, thank you for being a forum member. We'll do this again in the near future. 2019 is turning out to be a wild year so far. We're 2 months into it. Like I said, Christmas is 10 months away and I can't believe it. So have a great day. Everything that I've said today, you better put it into action. Don't just read and don't just listen. It's fun and everything, but it's a waste of time if you're not putting things into action. So go launch campaigns. Throw up some new ads in your current campaigns. Duplicate the best ad that you have, change it slightly, and see if you can get a push of more and better traffic. And if you do, come back to the forum and thank me later. So that's it. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Malin, and I'm out of here. Mad Society, I will see you soon. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for tuning into the chat, and thanks for watching the replay, and I will see you next time.